Welcome to the online session of English Literature of Class 7. So we will open up the first chapter of the book and we see that we have a poem. The name of the poem is The Road Not Taken. Now this poem is written by the poet Robert Frost. Before we read the poem, we will first reflect upon the poet. So turn to the next page. We have some information regarding the poet. Robert Frost. Let us read. Robert Frost was an American poet who started his literary career by writing poetry in his free time after working in farms and teaching in schools. He relocated to England where his work was better appreciated. A Boy's Will, 1913, and North of Boston, 1914, were his initial published works. People regard him as the greatest poet of his generation. So we know that Robert Frost belonged to America. He was a resident of America and he began his career by writing poetry. He used to write poetry in his leisure time, in his free time. He was a very hard-working person. He used to work in farms and he was also a teacher in school. But after doing his job, during his free time, he used to write poetry. Then he moved to England. From America, he moved to England, where his work was appreciated. People began to like his work. People began to love his poetry. Now these two work of art are his favorites, A Boy's Will and North of Boston. These are his famous work. It is still remembered. People regard him as the greatest poet, and that is the reason we know him as the greatest poet of his generation. To read more poems by Robert Frost, log on to http://www.poetryfoundation.org, poem 173536. Children, when you will click to this link in the web, you will get all the details regarding this famous poet Robert Frost. So now we will come back to the first page. So let us read the poem The Road Not Taken. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry, I could not travel both, and be one traveller. Long I stood and looked down one as far as I could to where it bent in the undergrowth. So this poem is written by Robert Frost and he is sharing his experience of the choices that he made in his life. Through this poem, he wants to say about the choices that comes in the life of human beings. He says that two roads diverged in a yellow wood. Now, as you can see in the picture, there is a man standing in the center. And there are two roads going on the either side of this man. Can you see it? Yes. So this man we believe to be is Robert Frost. And this man is looking at either direction of the road. He is in doubt which road he must travel, to the right or to the left. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood. Two roads. You can see two roads going on the either side of this man. Diverged in a yellow wood. What is a yellow wood? Now, yellow woods refer to the forest. Wood means forest. Yellow wood means the leaves of the trees that has turned yellow. We also see after some time the leaves of the trees, they also grow old and they become yellow. In the same way, here also it is written two roads diverged in a yellow wood. Now he can see the roads are filled with forest, and these forests have trees that has leaves that are covered with yellow leaves. And sorry, I could not travel both. So he says that I am not in a position to travel both the roads. He is a man, he is a single man, so he can only choose one road. Okay? And be one traveler, long I stood. So he's saying that he's waiting for a long time, standing there and waiting just to decide which path he should take. He's in a confusion and he's in full doubt where to go. He doesn't know. And looked down and one as far as I could to where it bent in the undergrowth. So he is looking at the road deep into the other side. All over he sees just the forest going deep inside the road. Now through these lines, he wants to say that in our lives we too get choices. There comes a time where we have to take a choice. We have to choose between two paths, and that is very, very important. We doesn't know, nobody knows where we should go.